Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the stream. Western Conference Finals about to get underway. No Cale Makar today. If you saw the video, you know he skated, but he is not in. He is day-to-day as per Jared Bednar. Scott Wedgwood in net to start the game today. And everyone else is healthy. Surprisingly enough, we have everybody else. So, literally, for a full Avalanche squad, we are just looking for Cale Makar to get healthy. Welcome, welcome in. Good to see everybody. Feel free to get active in the chat as soon as you feel like it. This is going to be a fun one. I know it. I feel like this whole series is going to be a pretty big battle. I'm going to love watching every game. And I'm going to be right here for every single one of them. What's up, Alvin? Northern BC. Good to see you. What's up, Jacob? I'm excited for the MacKinnon and Eichel matchup this series. That's what's your favorite matchup to look forward to in this series? MacKinnon and Eichel is the number one. Shea Theodore and Makar would have been all right. I'd say Theodore matches up better with Taves, but we'll see. What I'd love to see is the Avs neutralize Mitch Marner. He's been on an absolute hot streak. Puck drop is in about 5 minutes. So we have confirmed lines for the game today. Landeskog, MacKinnon, and Necas. Lehkonen, Nelson, and Waugh. Colton, Kadri, Natushkin, Kelly, Drury, O'Connor. Honestly, the only thing missing from this lineup would be Cale Makar. I mean, at least in Go Hockey Team. Nice. Only thing you're really missing is Cale Makar. The pairs are Devon Toews, Sam Malinsky, Brett Kulak, Brent Burns, Ashawn, and Manson with Wedgwood in net. Just made some bets. Who do you think scores on each team? Let me see. You know, we may really see an emergence of Sam Malinsky, but who knows? I'm very hyped. Yes, I'm very hyped. I'm here in my studio ready to cheer. I can be as loud as I want because no one else is here. Who do I think scores on each team? Well, ideally, I'd love to see Vegas not get Jack, but for Colorado, I'd say Lehkonen gets one on his game back. Nate Dogg to score first. That'd be great. Nate Dogg to score first would be great. I'd love to see him get a freaking breakaway goal. He's had so many breakaways and he hasn't scored. Who won the Knights? Oh, gosh. I don't want to pick anybody on the Knights is the issue. Fine. If you need one, just one, I will say William Karlsson. Well, if you're subscribed to the channel, it should be there, right? Or is it thrown in the middle with all the other ones? Where's my horn? Oh. I did not bring it. I also found out it may be copyright, so I may not be able to use it. Avs shutout would be great, yeah. What's up, Grant? Game's about to get underway. We've got about 4 minutes till puck drop. Yep, go Avs, go Avs. Get my horn together. Thanks. So, in case y'all are late, only person on the injured list right now for the Avs is Cale Makar. Cale Makar is the only one not playing. We got Vegas is missing Mark Stone, and I believe Lausen never made an appearance at morning skate, so I don't think he's playing either. So they've got 2 guys, we've got 1. Pardon me. Dang, they pushed puck drop back a little bit more. Puck drop for not for another 8 minutes, apparently. I'll keep y'all updated as soon as we get more updates prior to the game start. Devon Taves was given the assistant captain patch with Cale Makar being out. Let me see if I can find out what Vegas's lines are for the game tonight. Yeah, I believe it was a shoulder injury after that hit he took against Minnesota. IR, one of the only times you want the other team's leading. Yeah, exactly. I've there's been years where Colorado's had like 14 guys on the injured list. I just paid you paid $40 for ESPN Unlimited. I'm so sorry. Okay, I've got the pregame rush lines for Vegas. There's Barbashev, Eichel, Dorofeev, Howden, Carlson, and Marner, Saad, Hurdle, Sissons, Smith, Dowd, and Kolesar. And then on the back, you got McNabb, Theodore, Hannafin, Anderson, Hutton, and Coughlin, and then Hart in net. Who did the Avs acquire in a trade? Oh, are you talking about who did we get from Vegas? Nick Waugh? Thank you so much to all of you that are here, and thank you so much to everyone who's been watching all the videos on the channel. The channel has absolutely been blowing up lately. We got our first 10,000 plus view video. It's been a pleasure having all of y'all here. And subscribe if you haven't already. Love to see you on the channel. See you in the chat. Looking forward to the rest of this postseason. And then after that, we'll be ready for the offseason. Regardless of when it ends, we'll be ready. But we're going to hope it's going to end with some silverware. Shout out Smoothie King. Yeah. Only thing I can eat or drink on stream that doesn't make me look disgusting or like a slob. It's hard to eat with a blue beard. And blue and red beard. Who's going to drop the cup this year? The Avs win the cup. Ross Colton's definitely dropping it. Him or Parker Kelly. It's going to be one of our third or fourth line guys. It'd be really funny if, love the beard commitment though, yeah. Thanks, I've done it every game so far this series. Actually, well, not this series, this postseason. I think I forgot it one game. I think, and that was, most of that had to do with the fact that the internet was out at my usual recording place, so I had to scramble to get going. But it didn't matter, we still won. More times than you've dyed your beard. Well, I've known a lot of the times you haven't had a beard. You only started getting that for the last couple of years. And it's only very recently gotten big enough to do something like that to it. All right, players are skating out. Game's about to get started. Probably just have to wait for the national anthem, and then we'll be good to go. That's fair. You could dye your beard the same colors for the Cubs. Yep, Mark, we're about to get started. I wonder if you're a mile ahead of me on the stream yet again. Maybe it's better on live television, but I'm on ESPN. So we'll see. I'm on ESPN Plus, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's get to work. Just waiting for Amanda Hawkins to wrap up National Anthem, and we are going to get underway. Got to get me a fire stick. Oh, I have a fire stick. I'm just our fire stick doesn't work that well on this monitor for some reason. I don't know why, it's really slow. I have them at my house. I just don't got one here. I could probably move one here. See if it works. Get a different monitor in here. All right, Carter Hart in net for Vegas. 917 save percentage through the postseason. 8-4 with a 2.37 goals against average. And then on the other end is Scott Wedgwood. 7-1. 914 save percentage with a 2.21 goals against average. I don't understand why we really started Blackwood for the other game, but Wedgie gets the start for this one. I feel like he's been pretty solid. I know he had that one bad game, but I don't feel like that should have been really on him. Carter Hart should be in Nashville. I'm going to try and avoid all comments on Carter Hart because I know how everyone can get on the Carter Hart situation. Avs win the draw. Devon Toews sends it up ice. Icing is waved off. Vegas skates it out to center ice, passes it forward. We've got a shot from the top of the circle, and it is glove saved by Scott Wedgwood. John Tortorella, the guy that's really been under fire a lot lately since the whole media scandal after the Ducks series. Not only did he skip the handshakes, he skipped the entire media press and got fined $100,000 and Vegas lost their second-round pick. Face-off in the defensive zone for Colorado to the right of Wedgwood. Colorado wins the draw. Tays sends it around the boards, and Landeskog tries to pitch it out, doesn't get it there. Malinsky will collect behind the net and pass it out. Necas gets his stick lifted from behind. Vegas doesn't really maintain possession. Here comes MacKinnon. MacKinnon across. Malinsky from the point. Good shot with traffic in front. Saved by Hart and sent wide. Necas tried to send it in deep for Landeskog, but doesn't quite get it there. Landeskog sends it back to Tays, and the second line will get on the ice. Here comes Nelson. Nelson's going to flip it in. Puck is in deep up against the wall. Burns takes a kind of bouncing shot after he caught it. Nelson against the boards. Gets it up top to Kulak, not able to keep it in. Falls out of the zone. Avs collect the puck, get it across. Here's Lehkonen. He gets it in on the side, dumps it into the far corner. Nelson with the puck now. And Vegas takes over and pinches it out. And that's... Oh, I thought it was an offsides, but they're going to let them play. Avs collect it back in their own zone and make a change. Third line on the ice now. Kulak shoots it into the far side. Kadri hits the back of Kolesar. Kadri with the puck. Up top. That was Ashawn with the shot from the point and deflected wide. Another shot from the point. Another save by Carter Hart. Nichushkin down low. Gets out top. Manson down to Nichushkin into his skates. Loses it a little bit. Ross Colton there. And Vegas gets it back. Good push early on by the Avs. Vegas sends it on net. Goes over Wedgwood. Manson picks it up and skates it out. Manson finds... That's Jack Drury, it looks like. Yeah. Logan O'Connor chasing. Here's Parker Kelly in the corner. Whips it around the boards. Burns throws it on net. Deflected wide. Burns just absolutely laid out. I don't know who that was, but Burns laid a guy out. Logan O'Connor gets it out to Kelly. Kelly tried to make a move, not able to get the puck back, but it is deflected out of the zone. Vegas turns it over. Avs get it forward. Landeskog not with enough speed to maintain the puck. Almost had a breakaway. Necas to the middle of the ice. I think he tried to go past MacKinnon, but it hit MacKinnon in the skates. And Vegas flips it out. Passed up to Necas. Necas trying to find a way to MacKinnon. He gets him on the outside. Here's MacKinnon with a shot around the net. Landeskog to the point. Tays to Malinsky. Back to Tays. Tays up top. MacKinnon with the slap pass. It was deflected by Landeskog right in front of the net. Bounced backwards instead of forward. My clock does not update in real time. I have to update it manually. So I'm at 16:20 right now. All right. Avs still have continued pressure in the back area of Vegas. Vegas turns it over. Here's Nelson. Nelson from the slot with a shot. Saved by Carter Hart. Toe picks a little bit. Manson gets the puck. Shot. Right into the chest of Carter Hart. Pushing and shoving already. Brett Howden and Nick Waugh. Nick Waugh, former Vegas Golden Knight. 15:55 remaining in the first period. It's been all Colorado so far to start this game. All lines are looking pretty good. The only line that really didn't get any offensive production at all was the fourth line, but they still did their job of making sure that it stayed away from Wedgwood. That was a prime chance by Nelson. Nelson actually finally taking shots. Avs already got 1 minute, 22 seconds of offensive zone time. Colorado with 9 of the first 10 shot attempts of the game. Kadri wins the draw to Ashawn. Ashawn keeps it in. Sends it down the wall to Kadri. Ross Colton going sliding behind the net. Puck sent forward. There's a breakaway for Vegas. Vegas with a breakaway save is Scott Wedgwood. Defensive mishap there. The breakaway was by Carlson. Wedgwood with the good save. Here comes Vegas down below. Looks like the Avs were just hooked, but the puck is flipped on net. Wedgwood collects it and sends it back. Here comes Manson. Just sitting waiting for people to spread out. As Sean has been on the ice for a little bit. I'd like to see him get changed. Nelson tried to get it to Landeskog. Went off his stick and turned over. Avs collect. Here's a Sean with the puck. Tried to flip it out to Necas. Necas gloves it down. Shot from the side. Sent high. Carlson sends it around the boards. Shot by Hannafin. Goes wide. Manson kind of got tripped up a little bit in the back. Necas on the outside. Spins around. Drop pass. Tried to get it to a trailer. Not quite. And the Avs will dump it in deep and get a change. Yeah, the Avs defense really does need to cut it out. The breakaways need to stop. It's driving me nuts. Pass forward. Burns to collect. Chips it around the boards. Here's Kulak. Gets it up to Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly with Logan O'Connor. Gets across the blue line. O'Connor around the boards. Jack Drury gets the puck. Pinned up against the wall with 3 Vegas players. Turned over. Here's Parker Kelly. Gets it to the point. Burns tried to keep it or kick it to his stick and missed. Here comes Vegas. Across the way. Shot from the slot. Saved by Wedgwood. Kulak with the puck behind the net. And it's covered by Wedgwood after it deflects off the wall. So 3 shots on goal by both teams. But the Avs have had continuous pressure. Vegas has had a couple scary chances. But both goalies stand tall so far. So we are at our first commercial break, it looks like. And the breakaway was Kolesar. Sorry about that. I'm still, I don't follow Vegas too much, so I'm still trying to figure out who's number. I got good at it with Minnesota because we had so many games. 13:33 on the clock. So, decent start by the offense. Not great start by the defense, but as long as the offense can keep it going, then maybe, I don't know, maybe the defense won't have to play so hard. Hurdle looks like Bucky. I actually haven't had a look at his face, so I'd have to check. Okay. Woo! Already a pretty hectic start. But not bad. Hello, what's up, Keegan? Alrighty, it looks like we're about to get back underway. Face off in the Colorado zone. Landeskog kicked out of the face-off. Here comes MacKinnon. MacKinnon wins it, but Taze is not able to collect it. Vegas sent it to the center. Wedgwood able to make the stop. Vegas still has it behind the net. Avs are kind of scrambling. Shot from a weird angle. Here comes the Avs. And Necas isn't able to control the puck, but Vegas turns it over. MacKinnon sends it across the ice, chipped in deep by Vegas to the Avs zone. Necas drops it back and gets a hit. And the Avs get it out of the zone. Top line looks like that they're going off. Vegas collects it in their own zone. Resetting is Vegas. Pass forward. Not a clean pass. Manson gets it, sends it forward. Nick Wall sends it deep. Lehkonen to chase. Lehkonen and Wall up against the boards. Puck was moving just a little bit. Carlson down there deep with Nelson. Chip to Nelson in the slot. Nelson spins around, sends it around the boards to Lehkonen. Lehkonen up against the boards with Howden. And the puck squirts out to Carlson. Avs are able to get a hit. Drop from the slot. Good shot by Nelson right into the heart of Carter Hart. See what I did there. Nelson with a couple good chances early on already. We need a guy like him to get going. Our second line center finally getting some offensive production would be great. It was a big hit by Manson up against the boards. The shot's just still right in the center of the goalie, not able to pick a corner right now. 4 shots each. 12-13 in the first. Kadri with the face-off. Third line on the ice. And Kadri doesn't win that one. Vegas flips it out. Caught at center ice. It looked like it was almost close-handed. They're going to call a hand pass, even though no other Vegas player got it. Would have been offsides anyways, but stopping the clock nonetheless. .12:05 left in the first. Kadri with the face-off on the blue dot. Or right outside the blue line. The face-off is won by Vegas all the way back to Carter Hart. Hanifin sends it around the boards. Avs try to get it. Not quite. Puck is still not across the blue line. Colton goes to get it. Vegas sends it back to their defenseman. Pops out to center ice. Kadri collects. And is going to dump it in from the red line. Around the boards. Chasing is Nichushkin. Nichushkin up against the wall. And sent out to Kolesar. Here's Kadri back to Manson. Manson skates around. Trying to start a breakout. Manson passes it up ice. Deflected in by Logan O'Connor. Kelly turns on a dime but gets knocked over. He's on top of the puck. Getting cross-checked in the back. He's trying to pin it against the boards with his knee. Puck squirts out just a little bit. Drury on top of it. Kicks it forward. Still up against the wall and out. Vegas drops it in deep. Burns gets beat a little bit. Penalty coming up on the Avs here. Brent Burns did all he could there. He kind of got beat. Going to get a holding penalty. It looks like holding or interference, one of the two. So the Avs are going to be shorthanded with 10:58 remaining in the first period. And they called it a hook officially. Yeah, it's pretty clear hook. Burns just got completely beat. Trying to do something to keep the guy from getting the breakaway. Honestly, not a bad penalty to take. It's just kind of hard to see him get beat like that. And it happens a little more often than it should. So, Manson, Nelson, Devontae's, and Nichushkin out there on the penalty kill. Nichushkin came out of that face-off with the puck. Avs have decent numbers going that way. Send it down the ice. Gloved by Shea Theodore. Theodore drops it to Marner. Marner back to Theodore across the ice. Nichushkin playing good forechecking. Marner skates it in. Drop to Dorofeev. Nelson tries to get it out. Theodore collects at the top of the point. Eichel on the outside, spinning around. Down below the red line. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel's pass to Marner was deflected by Manson and deflected again. Taves tries to get it out, deflects it off the wall, and spun out by Nichushkin. Good play there by the Avs defense. Yeah, we don't need D-Man taking penalties, but I'd rather him take one there than give up a breakaway. Eichel coming through. Avs try to break it up at the blue line, not able to. Hurdle gets it to Hanifin. Across to Dorofeev. Good stick by Logan O'Connor to break up the pass. Had a wide open look at Wedgwood. Good hit by Lehkonen. Puck down deep. Gets it across, and Vegas misses the one-timer. The saucer pass just bounced on him. So the puck comes out. 40 seconds left in the power play. I'd love to get a shorthanded goal. That'd be great. Puck to Howden. Howden loses a little bit. Sent down the ice. Played by Taves. Taves able to send it out again. Oh, but it looks like they're going to call it being played with a high stick. So, 24 seconds. Puck is going to stay in the Avs zone for a face-off. Oh, they're going to bring it just out of the zone. So, it's going to be just outside the blue line. So, 24 seconds left. It was a semi-clear, kind of. So, and the Avs are able to make a change, which is big. Alrighty, Nelson, Nichushkin, Manson, and Taves back out there again. Kolesar kicked out of the faceoff circle. Anderson and Taves going at it on the right side of the dot. Faceoff won by the Avs, but there is a Vegas player out there, so Vegas maintains its Barbashev. Vegas maintains possession. Puck is against the walls. Manson with a big hit. Great shoulder to get that puck out. Big hit by Manson right there. 5 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Hanifin trying to pass it in. Howden comes along the side. A penalty is over. Manson up against the boards. Puck is bouncing around right at the dot. Avs get the puck out. Here comes Burns with Nichushkin. Burns drops it in deep. And the Avs are able to make a change, get the top line back on the ice. Landeskog gives chase to the puck back in the Avs zone. Back around to Malinsky. Puck comes out. Landeskog skates it up the ice. He's got Necas all the way on the far side. Landeskog going around. Tried to center it to Necas. Got deflected. And then a puck sent into the corner. Vegas tries to clear. Not able to get it. Puck squirts out just a little bit. Landeskog staying out of the way. Puck is deflected out of play. And the faceoff will stay in the Avalanche zone, it looks like. So, penalty does not do anything against the Avs, which is good. Penalty kill looked pretty strong. 8:13 remaining in the first period. Woo! I'm like kind of stressed, but kind of not. Hasn't been anything that's been really scary yet other than the breakaway. The Avs are looking pretty solid. The only difference is I want better than solid. I hate to be picky about it, but I want better. I want greatness. Woo! Manson is throwing his weight around pretty well. Avs are doing good hitting on Vegas. I think so far, Brock Nelson has been my favorite player to look at in this game. 2 shots from the slot for him. They were both saved, but they both kind of got up on Carter Hart. He had to kind of make a save at his shoulder for it. Breakaway save by Wedgwood was absolutely electric. All right, face-off for the Avs in the offensive zone. Vegas wins the face-off. Gets the puck out. Tries to sweep it around and get it across. Not able to. MacKinnon not able to collect it behind the net. Turned over. Marner gets it down low. To Theodore. Theodore with a shot on net right into the chest of Scott Wedgwood. Shots are 6-4 for Vegas. Interestingly enough, it's actually ESPN looks like that they're getting the entirety of this series. So it doesn't look like we'll have to deal with TNT for this series. TNT gets Carolina and Montreal. Puck is sent out by Colorado. Glove down by Vegas. Sent forward by Nelson. Howden sends the puck around. Dorofeev up against the board with a couple of Avs players. And it squirts out. Theodore gets it to Eichel. Eichel goes across. Great pass. Puck is sent wide out to the top. McNabb up top. Oh, good pick play by Lehkonen. Almost had a breakaway, but he was stopped by the Vegas defender and the bouncing puck. Tays with the puck behind the net. Shots are now at 7-4. Colorado hasn't really had much offensive pressure since that power play, and Kadri turns it over. Vegas with the puck in the Avs zone now. Tays not able to collect it. Carlson behind the net. Marner around the boards. Backhands it into the slot. Carlson down below. Marner from the slot takes a shot. Blocked by his own guy, it looks like. I don't think Wedgwood ever saw it. Avs need to get the puck out. Ross Colton is able to get it out. Tries to flip it forward to Nichushkin. Not able to get onside there. Puck is sent down deep by Vegas. This will be icing. All right, the offense needs to get going. Haven't seen anything since that first burst at the beginning of the game. The pass from Eichel to Barbashev was pretty fantastic. Marner's shot was saved by Wedgwood right off the blocker. Good positioning by Wedgwood there. Landeskog with the faceoff, and he wins it out to Burns. Burns tries to pass it to the slot to Landeskog, not able to control it. Landeskog with the good hit. Necas with the puck. Manson just toe-picked and flipped over on his own. Avs lose possession of the puck, and it is sent out. Puck is flipped forward by Burns, brought in by Necas, not capped in, though. Landeskog tries to cross the blue line, but it is a delayed offsides, and they're going to blow it dead. Necas was still in the zone when Landeskog brought it in. 5:59 remaining in the first. You can already kind of see in the Avs defense that they are missing Cale Makar. So, Offense is actually what's not going well right now. Defense is holding up as well as they can, but the offense can't get going yet. Not making great passes so far. Nothing really positive offensively going for the Avs. I'll look at our hit numbers so far. Already got a pair of hits from Lehkonen, Colton, and Burns. Oh, Manson, my bad. Burns was penalty minutes I was looking at. But Burns does have a hit. So, Colorado's hitting. That's what I like to see. Doesn't it feel good to be one of the last 4 teams left in the postseason? Everyone else's season's done but us. Avs are doing really well at the faceoff circle right now. Let's hope we can get another one here. 7 for 11 so far. Hits are 11-6 for the Avs. Drury with the faceoff. He gets kicked out. Parker Kelly comes in now. Parker Kelly loses the faceoff. Puck is sent forward. Chipped in. Good hit by Ashawn on Kolasar. Parker Kelly gets smashed between the boards. Puck is up against the wall. We got 2 defensemen and Parker Kelly down there. Brent Burns looked like he almost cross-checked Parker Kelly right there. Puck squirts out. Drury chips it forward. Not able to get it out. Burns tries to chip it out. Doesn't get anything on it. Wide open slot for Vegas. Puck goes wide. That was the weakest clear attempt I've ever seen, Brent Burns. What in the heck? Not making a good impression at the start of this series by him. Burns gets the puck. Slaps it out. Looks like Manson was able to get it out. Here comes Logan O'Connor with a shot off the post. That was a great move by O'Connor. I thought it went in and came out, but it hit the pipe and rang. That was a great shot by 25. Puck sent in deep. Kulak goes to retrieve it. Gets it to Manson. Puck is sent forward. Here's Lehkonen. Lehkonen across, but Avs are offsides. That was a great shot by Logan O'Connor right there. Skates back just off the iron. That was the hardest you can hit an iron, I'm sure. Beats Hart pretty clean as well. If he could have probably gone a little higher and picked that top left corner, he would have had it. Avs have 12 posts or crossbar hits, which is the 3rd most in the postseason. I love that they keep track of that, because it really shows you how much that we hit the bar. Avs get the puck out the zone. Trying to collect it is Nelson, it looked like. Not able to. Puck is sent in by Vegas as they get a change. Manson collects behind the net. Avs haven't really gotten much on goal. A lot of opportunities, just not many getting through to Hart. And everything that has gotten through to Hart has been right into the center of his chest. Avs try to get it in deep. Not able to. Puck is broken out. Dorofeev with the puck. Forward to Barbashev. Drop behind. The captain picks it up. Tries to send it out. Doesn't get anything on it. That's the second backhand backhand clearing the temp the Avs have had that has gone absolutely nowhere. Malinsky picks up the puck. Gets it out of the zone. Avs make a change. So does Vegas. Vegas skates it forward. Deflects it on net. Kulak collects it from Wedgwood. Puck kind of clipped forward. Kadri skating hard. Beats his guy. Gets it in. Close. Takes a shot. shorthand side on Carter Hart. Not really much of a chance at it, but it was a pretty good effort by Kadri anyways. Good to see the old man still knows how to skate. Here comes Nichushkin down the edge. Puck is deflected out to Kadri. Kadri with another sharp angle shot. A deflection back on net by Ross Colton, and it is covered up by Carter Hart. Yeah, but the issue is we aim too much for the posts and the crossbar. Because we've hit the third most this postseason. .252 remaining in the first. Jack Drury with the faceoff in the Avs offensive zone. Jack Drury versus Dowd. Wins the faceoff clean to Manson. Manson not able to get it cleanly. Kind of slips on his own again, and he falls down from a small push from Dowd, and Hanifin comes out with the puck. Manson can't really stay on his edges right now. Parker Kelly gets hit hard from behind, tries to send it deep. Is Jack Drury. Logan O'Connor takes it from him. Logan O'Connor goes for the backhand, gets tripped up into Carter Hart. Jack Drury gets knocked down. Everyone's pushing and shoving. Keegan Colasar wants to go with Parker Kelly. I got my Cale Makar jersey on today, hoping he feels better. If Makar won't be there, then I'll be there for him in spirit. Would have liked to see Logan O'Connor try to get this across to Parker Kelly. Tried to go to the backhand, though. Almost got it over the blocker. Parker Kelly tried to feed it through Carter Hart. Not able to get much on it, and it is stopped. Logan O'Connor trips right over him. He got kind of pushed in. Avs win the draw. Malinsky fakes the slapper, throws it on net, blocked by Carlson. Another block by Theodore, and Vegas gets it out. That was a good look by the Avs. Taze to the middle to MacKinnon, back out to Landeskog, who chips it deep. Necas gets the hit on the board. Malinsky keeps the puck in, racing across the blue line. There is no Avs defenseman on the ice. Brett Kulak was all the way in the Avs zone. I don't know what he was doing back there. Must have been going for a change. Speaking of, gets a turnover. Skates it up ice across the blue line. Goes around. Trying to repeat what Necas did to win the game against Minnesota in Game 5. Necas gets the puck from him. Centering pass to Lehkonen, but it was behind him. He tried to kick it to his skate, but it goes too far. That was a prime chance for Lehkonen. LOC is flying. Puck is flipped forward. Burns catches it. Tries to get it out yet again and hits it right into a Vegas player. Brent Burns' clearing attempts have been absolutely abysmal to start this game. Sent forward to Lehkonen. Lehkonen gets it out to Nelson. Nelson gets it forward to Lehkonen, but the puck gets deflected. Waugh keeps it in, but only for a little bit as they get it out to Dorofeev. In the feet of Dorofeev, sent forward. Nelson tries to push it forward, but it gets deflected out. Malinsky with the puck behind in the Avs zone. He gets absolutely crushed down by Barbashev, and that's going to be a penalty on them. Avs are going to go to the power play. Barbashev goes to the box. 50 seconds remaining in the first period. Yeah, he just kind of goes for a low cross check on the lower back of Malinsky. This will be a good chance to get that top line going. Top line hasn't produced much. That second line is what's gotten a lot of the opportunities so far. Here's Landeskog with the faceoff. Loses it. Vegas gets the puck around to Carlson, who sends it around. Not able to clear. Here's Landeskog with it. The top of the zone to Tays. On the first unit with Makar out. Necas on the outside to Tays. Tays to Necas with the one-timer right into the chest of Carter Hart. Carter Hart read that pretty well. Good one-timer by Necas, just not fooling Carter Hart right there. 34 seconds left on the clock. Here's Landeskog again. Loses it clean again. And Vegas will send it down. Avs will pretty much have about one more chance to get an opportunity on this power play. Puck is sent back to MacKinnon. MacKinnon with the puck skating forward. Gets it up to Landeskog. Landeskog in the zone around the edge. Shot to the slot is Kadri. Kadri across back to Tays. MacKinnon down low. Tays up top. 4 seconds with a shot. Saved. Out. Oh, and the rebound is saved by Carter Hart right at the whistle. Kadri just gets sucker punched. Referees aren't doing anything about it. Carter Hart with the save of a lifetime. Landeskog sent it out to Kadri, and Carter Hart just saw it perfectly. He wedged it between his glove and his pad. If it would have squeaked under that glove and through, it would have been a goal. Vegas is a good defensive team. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're struggling at all. I'd say that they've given up opportunities. I mean, that's what's going to happen when you're missing your best defenseman. But I think the Avs have looked fairly strong. Just not getting anything past Carter Hart right now. Not taking too many great shots. They've been on net, but they've been right into the heart of players. That was the best chance of the game by either team right there. Well, actually, Logan O'Connor was the best chance. The Avs are getting opportunities, but that is the end of one. Yeah, that was an incredible save. Alrighty, not a bad start. I don't mind it at all. Avs kind of had a section where they didn't look great on offense, but they were able to pick it up at the end there, right towards when they got the power play. Shots on goal ended 10-10 after the first, so even on that front, face-off percentage, Avs are 52% to Vegas is 47.1. On the power play, Avs are still going. Avs are still going. They've got an opportunity. The first line will get back out there to start the second period. That opportunity right at the end of the period was incredible. Avs are absolutely dominating at hits. 17-9. Vegas has blocked more shots. Vegas has given the puck away 9 times. Avs need to take better advantage of that. So, other than that, we've been pretty even on the ice. I feel like we're in for a good series here. I don't mind a defensive game every now and then. I think we're going to see our first goal of the second period. It's going to have to be, the Avs are going to have to show something. Look, I know we want to blow out the teams every single time, but it's just not realistically going to happen. And these are the 4 best teams in the NHL going at it right now. Sometimes you're going to get defensive games, but you've got to learn to appreciate the defense. So that middle section of the period, that kind of got rough for the offense. So here was listed by Corey Masisak, who's one of the beat writers. Avs had 9 shot attempts in the first 4 minutes of the game, and then for the next 10, only had 2. So, love that for us. So both goalies have been standing on their head, too. Both goalies have been hot. Apparently, the ESPN announcers are not pronouncing Jack Hashan's name correctly. I bet they're calling him H-Han. Let's see who's been on the ice the most for the Avs. I think Sean was out there a lot to start the game, but I don't think he has been out there much lately. Yeah, he's only got 3.5 minutes of ice time, only 4 shifts. Everyone else has taken 9 or more. Kulak has taken 14. Kulak's actually been, well, he's taken 14 shifts, but he doesn't have the most ice time. That'll go to Devon Tays. 4-1 would be a good shout. That kind of implies that it's going to be 2-1 and then 2 empty nets, or 3-1 with an empty net. Which I wouldn't mind that. That means the defense held up without Makar, which would be great. Well, regular season doesn't matter at this point. They won their series 4-2 both times. They didn't play anyone that great, but they do. You can't deny the fact that they have a pretty decent roster. I don't think that they're so good, but they've proven to be. They've beaten their playoff schedule. I don't think they beat the best teams in the playoffs. I know that's not true, but they're still around, so you got to kind of give them the respect. Should and will are completely different things. There's also the possibility of getting goalie. Carter Hart has been one of the hottest goaltenders over the last round. Last round he had like a 939 save percentage. I know the Ducks aren't a great sample size, but getting goalied happens sometimes. So the Avs are just gonna have to push it past him. Whew. Just good defensive hockey. It's what I love to see. Still 10 shots by both teams, though. Pretty surprising. I'm about to check in on the standings of the NHL Digest playoff bracket league. As in 5? Okay. Most of the consensus from the league writers, I believe it was 20 out of 22 of them picked the Avs to win, and on average it was Avs in 6. But there was a decent amount that said Avs in 5. In the NHL Digest Bracket League, I'm currently in second. I unfortunately picked Buffalo over Montreal, so I did not get that win for the last round. Avs in 5, Avs in 4. Okay. About halfway through intermission, 8.5 minutes left. Let me make sure I'm not behind at all. Looks like I'm caught up. Kind of a dead zone. Talked about most of what needs to be talked about, but if you've got any questions for me or anything you want to say about the game, go ahead and fire away. If the Avs get to a Game 3 win, it's over. There's no way that momentum doesn't carry over. But I see what you're saying. Yeah. I tend to find in playoff hockey at the start of a series, both teams are trying to feel each other out. There will be scores. There will be scores, yes. This is kind of like the opposite of how the Minnesota series started, because there was 5 goals in each period for the first game. Sometimes feeling out the other team results in goals. Makar is listed as day-to-day, yes. Though he did skate today, so I think it's a good sign. I think if he doesn't play in the next game, he's definitely going to travel with the team at the opportunity of possibly if he doesn't travel with the team on the road trip, I'd be very surprised. And I'm sure that they would bring him in if they need to, but if he doesn't need to go in and because the Avs are doing all right, I don't think they're going to push him. Ugh. 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 Forgive me, it's been a long day. I had to drive my parents to the airport. And then I made that video earlier today. Does the rain in Spain fall mainly on the plains? I thought Spain had mountains. Am I wrong? I don't know the topography of Western Europe. Tell me about it. Okay. Yeah, Aiden, I'm with you on that one. I think he will play in Game 3. I'd love to see him come back in Game 2, because, I mean, he only skated for the first time yesterday. We'll really see if he skates with the team tomorrow after the game, then we'll really get an idea of if he's ready to go or not. He might be in a no-contact jersey tomorrow, and then he might be in a full contact jersey on Friday, but if he's not in a full contact jersey by Friday morning, I would say... I don't know. I would say he probably wouldn't play if he's in a no-contact jersey. But if he is, I think he would. Not a lot of time remaining in intermission. Here are the 5-on-5 shot attempts. They were 19-18 in favor of Colorado. Expected goals for was 1.29 to 1.16 in favor of Colorado. So even period on all metric scales. So pretty just kind of waiting. I hate intermission at this time of year because ESPN, they don't really, in my opinion, have a very interesting intermission section. TNT has a better intermission section than ESPN does. ESPN kind of gets distracted after 4 minutes, even though they only have to be on air for about 8 because they just spam commercials for the rest of it. It looks like after this commercial break, we are going to be back from intermission. I don't know. Does anyone know what's been going on with like the revival of all the people, like the actresses and actors from The Office being in every commercial lately? I've seen a lot of actors and actresses from The Office just everywhere on television. Is there like a reunion, or is it like 10 years since it's finished releasing or something like that? I haven't the foggiest. You hate ESPN? Look, I don't like ESPN either. I don't like ESPN or TNT. I'd rather have Altitude, of course. You know, I love our home broadcast, but you know, that's just because they just talk about how amazing we are. But out of ESPN and TNT, I prefer ESPN. Never even noticed. Yeah, well, I don't know. I see them everywhere. I mean, I'm watching ads every day. I'm on YouTube, so ads everywhere. Alrighty. 2 minutes left. Let's get this show on the road. So, who do we think is going to come out in the second period and get it done for the Avs? Who's going to be the one to get the first one? I need Nelson to get something going, but I'm going to realistically say Lehkonen. I bet 20, $1 10 leg parlays. One of them has to hit. Really banking on Lucky to shovel one. He's been missed. Yeah. He's kind of our backbone of our first and second line. Good stick, Lecky, as always. I feel like he should be skating with the first line, but Landeskog being on the first line, I think, does good for the chemistry between Nate and Necas. Landeskog just fits in anywhere, honestly. It's crazy. He started on the third line at the beginning of these playoffs, and now he's on the first line. 3 years ago, if you would have asked me if he was going to be on the first line, I would have told you were crazy. Like, if he was ever going to be on the first line after that injury. Marty Party. Connor McGahey does a great radio call. I love all of his nicknames. You're on Drury duty. Time to Selly with Parker Kelly or something like that. Ross the Boss Colton. Logan O'Connor, the mayor of Denver. I'm up all night to get Lecky, he says. I don't know what he says about Burns. Manson's the Manimal. I don't know what Kulak's nickname is. Nathan MacKinnon. Yeah, Logan O'Connor is busting his butt on the ice right now. Looks like we are finally back. About to get underway. And no one even told me that I put 2 ends on the first intermission. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Faceoff is won by Vegas. Vegas is going to send it around. Avs are still on that power play. A minute left. Top line is on. Taves gets it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates behind the net, trying to get it started. Here comes Taves. Drops it to MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates forward. Gets Necas on the outside. Avs enter the zone. Drop to Kadri. Kadri up against the wall. Gets shoved and loses it out of the zone. Kadri just not able to get any turn on that. Here comes Necas, able to cleanly get in. Gets it across to MacKinnon. MacKinnon to the slot as Landeskog. Up top to Taves. Back to MacKinnon. MacKinnon gets into the slot. Takes a shot. Right on net. Deflected up. Kept in by the Avs. Kadri keeps it in. Sends it around the board. Not able to keep it in. Oh, the Avs are able to keep it in. They get it to Taves. Now MacKinnon up against the wall. MacKinnon gets it down low to Kadri. Back up top to Taves. Taves to MacKinnon. MacKinnon with a shot. Saved by Carter Hart. It was deflected in the air and swept out by Vegas. Good power play by the Avs. But, you know, can't score on every single one. They weren't able to get set up until the very end there. Would have liked to see them get possession of it the entire time. I don't know where Manson was trying to, or Lehkonen was trying to pass that puck, but it's turned over. Nelson gets the puck, gets it into the corner. Lehkonen collects. Vegas gets it around the boards. Burns sends it on net. Nelson tried to get a deflection, not quite. Nelson at the top. Across to Burns. Burns to the slot, kind of handcuffs Lehkonen. And Marner retrieves it. Puck is sent out. Kulak gets it around to Burns. Burns sends it up boards to Lehkonen, but Lehkonen not able to direct it correctly on target. So here comes Vegas in the Avalanche zone. Burns drops it back. Nelson gets the puck. Pinned up against the board. Puck comes out. Sent on target, but it was deflected wide. Nick Waugh trying to collect, not able to get there. Here comes Dowd. Dowd with the shot, blocked by Burns. Wedgwood got knocked over, doesn't have a stick. He's got it back. Sent across the ice. Brent Burns was sent into Wedgwood. I don't know exactly what happened there. Puck is sent around and iced. I said Lehkonen for the first goal. That's my hope. Yeah. Oh, that was Lehkonen that went into Wedgwood. I don't know what for. Oh, yeah, he got pushed in. Let me fix the clock. 17:29 remaining in the second. Shots on goal are 12-11 in favor of the Avalanche. Avalanche have finally started getting some shots on goal. Some decent shots while at it. Here comes the faceoff in the Avalanche zone. It's Hurdle versus Drury. Hurdle gets kicked out. Actually, he's just told to reset. Drury loses it. Here comes McNabb. McNabb with the shot, gets blocked and out the zone. It's one thing about those shin pads. Those shin pads make the puck fly off of them when you get a block with it. Puck is in the Vegas zone. Kind of cross-checked is Manson. I don't know what they're blowing the whistle for. Looks like it was called a hand pass. Mitch Marner in his playoff career 63 points with the Maple Leafs, less than a point per game. But with the Golden Knights, he's almost at 1.5 points per game. Marner's been good for him. I can't lie about that. Vegas wins the puck, or the face-off into their own zone, and they collect around the boards. Walensky pinches well. Necas comes up with the puck, skating with it, spins around, sends it in deep, tries to get MacKinnon. MacKinnon deflects it out to the side. Taves pins it around. Here comes MacKinnon. Tries to get it to the point to Walensky. There's no one back there. Wedgwood comes all the way out of his crease to play it. Gets the puck forward. Now there's a breakout. Here comes MacKinnon down the side to the slot with a shot. Goes just wide. Necas around to Landeskog. Landeskog shoved up against the boards. Walensky pinches, dumps it in deep. Puck is sent out to Taves back in the Avs zone. Wedgwood looking for an assist right there. Carlson drops it to Dorofeev. Dorofeev's shot is blocked by Walensky. Taves sends it around the boards to Kadri. Kadri drops it off to Necas. Necas comes around, skating around the net like he does. Tried to go for the exact same play. He got Kulak on the game winner, but Vegas covered that a little better and had Manson on the other side. Puck squirts out. Puck is sent up, tipped forward. Manson gets it and skates it out. Here comes Nichushkin, drop for Kadri, shot on net. Carter Hart doesn't fully collect it. Nichushkin's kind of getting punched in the face. Here's Manson, makes the shot, and it is glove saved by Carter Hart. Nichushkin kind of got clobbered there up high. Fighting going on between Nichushkin. I can't even tell who it's against. Coughlin pushing around too. Wedgwood was trying to get himself an assist here. MacKinnon just can't. He's not hitting the net right now. Manson's shot was going wide anyway, so. (14-11) shots for Colorado. 15:32 remaining in the second. Nelson with the face-off. Nelson is kicked out. Here comes Nick Waugh with the face-off against Dowd. Waugh wins it. Burns from the point. It's a shot deflected on net. Rebound came out, was not able to get it, was for the Avs. Puck squirts free from the scramble right there. Dowd gets it out, flicks it all the way across into the far corner of the Avs zone. Here comes Ashawn with it, overskates it. Burns flicks it forward. Nelson gets it out. Here's Nick Waugh. Nick Waugh gets it forward to Ashawn. Ashawn with an opportunity, kind of got stick checked, gets to the puck first. He's skating pretty well right there. But Vegas comes up with the puck. Kind of a good offensive transition by Ashawn right there. He's a bit of a small guy, so he gets bumped around a little bit. Puck is deflected in by Parker Kelly. Logan O'Connor gives chase. Pinned against the board. Manson gets it out. Shot by Taves. Good save by Carter Hart. Parker Kelly around the boards to the other side. Here's Manson with the puck. Slap shot on net. Blocked by Vegas. Puck is bouncing on Taves. Taves gets it forward. Chipped into the zone. Avs have the puck. Drury has a guy in front of the net. Not able to get it to him. Drury spins around. Gets it back to the point. Here's Walensky. Walensky to Taves on the side. Back to Walensky up top. Walensky misplays the puck, and it goes all the way out. That's the second time Walensky has just kind of missed the catch on the pass this game. Necas drops it down to Walensky. Walensky down low, try to get a centering pass to Landeskog. Not quite there. Avs are missing a defenseman down back with Malinsky pushing forward. Kulak and MacKinnon down low. Puck is bouncing on net and saved by Wedgwood. $13 of 47 remaining in the second. I like how the Avs have looked so far this period. I think Carter Hart's just holding his own in the net. Doing a pretty decent job there. Sometimes a goalie gets hot. I like how we've looked so far. Yeah, I'd say for the defensive holes that we have right now, well, hole, there's just one. I think the Avs defense has held their own. I know there's been a couple chances, but we've had a couple chances the other way. Alrighty, let's check on how the spread has been so far this period. So far, the Avs are 6-2 shots on goal this period. Something's got to give at some point. And I want the bad blood to boil in this series. I think the only people that need to wake up is the top line. The top line is the only line that I haven't really been, like, they haven't done much. Everyone else, I think the fourth line and the second line are putting in some great work. Third line's been kind of eh. But the first line and the third line have been kind of eh. Second and fourth line have been absolutely awesome. Puck comes out. Vegas wins the faceoff, sent around the boards. Puck goes around, tried to backhand it on net, not able to get it. A point is up top is McNabb. A slap shot, gloves saved by Wedgwood. I'm looking at, they're showing Scott Wedgwood's career. I didn't even know that he played 8 seasons in the AHL and 8 in the NHL. He's kind of bounced around. I'm proud of how he's ended up here. Vegas wins the faceoff yet again. Here's Marner. Marner across. Great save by Wedgwood. Oh my gosh. That was a prime scoring opportunity. Sent across, and Wedgwood read it to perfection. Makes the save. Wedgwood has been absolutely electric already. That was Howden on the other side. Taze kind of loses him there. Actually, it looks like it's Malinsky that stays pinched a little too long. And Wedgwood just played really well. And that's one of the top goal scorers in the NHL for the postseason right now. He has 8 goals on the postseason. Kadri with the faceoff. They don't win it again. Vegas keeps the puck. Hanifin from up top. Another shot on goal. Glove saved by Wedgwood. Avs need to win a faceoff here in the defensive zone. It's getting a little repetitive and annoying. Here's Kadri. Avs are able to fight for it and get the puck out. There's Manson. Gets it across to Kulak. Kulak skates it forward. Kulak with a shot on net. Saved by Carter Hart. Sent to Waugh. Waugh tries to center it. Kulak in the slot. Tries to get it across to Nelson. Not able to get there. Good stick by Vegas. Lehkonen tries to pinch forward, but unable. Kulak and Manson back. Kulak gets the puck around the boards to Lehkonen. Lehkonen to Waugh. Waugh drops it. Tries to drop it to Nelson. Nelson not able to stay upright. And icing on Vegas. Shots on goal are 17-15 in favor of the Avalanche. First goal is going to open the floodgates for sure. 12:32 remaining in the second. Landeskog with the face-off in the offensive zone. Puck squirts to Vegas' side. Dorofeev tries to get the puck, but it squeaks through him. Puck is sent forward. Avs got it. Landeskog in the zone. Tries to send it along the walls, but it is blocked by Vegas. So the Avs send it around the boards. Sent up to Dorofeev. Eichel. Should have hit Dorofeev there in the middle. Kind of had an open lane. Eichel gets bumped. Here comes Necas and MacKinnon. And Necas can't control the puck. That's the second or third time that the Avs have just not been able to get the puck to settle down. Puck comes out of the zone. That could have been a 2-on-1 opportunity. That's a missed opportunity there. Barbashev dumps the puck in deep. Kelly collects it, drops it to Malinsky. Parker Kelly dumps it in. Didn't quite get the red line, so they call icing. 11:27 on the clock. Avs win the draw. Malinsky flips it out. Batted down by Vegas. Puck comes out the zone. Vegas sends it forward into the Avs zone. Wedgwood covers and freezes the puck. 11-11. Make a wish. Hot on this plane. Oh, you're finally on the plane. Turn the fan on. I mean, I know it's not much, but turn it on. Drury is kicked out of the faceoff. He looks pissed off at the official. Parker Kelly now against Carlson. Carlson wins it. Vegas keeps it in, flips it in deep. Kulak and Kelly both go for the puck. Leaves a Vegas player in the middle. A shot from the slot goes wide. Poked out of the zone, flipped across. Kulak gives chase. Able to send it in deep. Logan O'Connor checking in deep. Able to get there, but no one there to collect the pass from him. Comes all the way out. Manson gives the puck up. And miss pass from Vegas. A puck comes out of the zone. Manson's got it. Manson's had a few skating miscues. There's Nichushkin. Nichushkin drops it. Colton from the side takes a weird angle shot. Kind of goes high. Manson plays back defensively. Kolasar sends it across. And Vegas dumps it in. Wedgwood plays it to the side. Puck is deflected behind the net. Sean sends it up the ice. Lehkonen not able to get a stick on it. Just missed passes left and right. 10 minutes left in the second period. Halfway through the game. No score for either team. Here comes a Sean able to send it around the net and get a change. Carter Hart plays it out to McNabb. Everyone wedged up against the official. Vegas trying to make a move towards the middle of the ice, and Wedgwood covers up. .938 remaining in the second. Deadlocked, still at 0. Well, Avs kind of went on a dry spell there for a little bit, looking to get more offensive production like they did at the beginning of the period. The hits have kind of evened out. This period, Vegas is leading in hits 6-3. I wouldn't say the Avs are struggling. I just say that I'm not getting anything past Carter Hart. 17 shots on goal halfway through the game is not struggling. That's pretty decent. It's just tough hockey. That's all it is. Vegas is just a better version of LA. LA was a great defensive team, just not a good offensive team. Vegas is a great defensive team and a decent offensive team. So they're a little bit better than LA, in my opinion. And we are back. 9:38 left on the clock. You can say Vegas sucks all you want, but they're still in the playoffs. That's just a fact. Alrighty. Avs send the top line on the ice. Top line will take the faceoff in the defensive zone. Landeskog versus Eichel in the faceoff dot. Referee won't drop the puck. Vegas wins the draw, but the Avs are able to come away with it. Landeskog sends it on net, caught by Carter Hart. So the faceoff will now come in the Vegas zone now. Landeskog with the face-off against Eichel again, just on the other side of the ice. Landeskog wins it. Drops it to Taze. Shot on net. Doesn't quite get there. MacKinnon kept it in, not able to get everything on it. Here comes Vegas with numbers. Tries to get it across. Avs get good sticks on it, able to break up the 2-on-1 opportunity. MacKinnon sends it around. Vegas collects. The officials seem to be calling an icing, a really delayed icing. Big stick by Landeskog there on the defensive play. Avs get the puck out of the zone. Tried to chip it to MacKinnon, just a little behind him. Landeskog gets it to Kulak, who passes it up to Necas. Tries to get it across, but it's batted down out of the air by Marner. Here comes Malinsky up against the boards. Malinsky gets it out to Kulak. Kulak flips it out. Almost looked like that was played with a bit of a high stick, but officials let the play go on. Marner has the puck against the wall, sends it around the boards. Malinsky pokes it forward to Kadri. Kadri gets it out. Kadri skates up. Kind of nonchalantly. Here's Kulak behind the net. Yeah, Kulak needs to get back to the point. Here's Burns. Kind of with a slap shot, like a one-timer push shot. There was not a lot of power on that. Kind of fooled Carter Hart a little bit. Kind of had to make a panicky blocker save. Or not blocker save, pad save. Kulak gets the puck now. Avs skate it out. Have a bit of a rush opportunity, but here's Nichushkin with a shot. Blocked wide. The Avs look tired. Kadri is not skating well right now. Here comes Colton. Pass across. Shot goes a little wide. Toe picks along the boards. Avs lose the puck. Here comes Vegas. To the slot. And Vegas scores on the rush chance. Vegas had 4 guys on the rush against 3 Avs players. Find the guy in the slot. Coughlin gets the goal. That's a 4th liner getting the goal there. That just went 5-hole on Wedgwood. That was from Saad as well, former Avs player. Yep, Wedgwood just opened up the 5-hole right there, and they scored right between his legs. Well, Vegas broke it open. Time for the Avs to respond. Nick Waugh with the puck along the boards. All that from a toe pick in the Avalanche zone. Lehkonen to collect back in the Av zone. Avs along the boards. Nelson sends it to the middle of the ice to Manson. Manson sends it along the wall. Carter Hart sends it back, and Vegas will send it all the way up ice. And it is not on net, so that should be icing. Just lost the guy in the middle. Perfectly splits the legs on Wedgwood. Unfortunate. Avs have been absolutely reeling for most of this period. But shots on goal are 21-16 in favor of Colorado. Vegas just gets the one to go in. MacKinnon with the face-off in the offensive zone. He wins it. Here's Malinsky. With the shot, goes wide, deflected wide. Hounded by Necas. MacKinnon against McNabb along the wall. MacKinnon gets it. Tries to send it to the slot to Landeskog. MacKinnon gets it back again at the top of the zone. Skating really well. Deflected wide of the net. Tays around the edge of the net. Landeskog down low. Tries to center it. Good stick by McNabb. Malinsky gets it out to Landeskog. Landeskog skates up the ice. Gets across the blue line out to MacKinnon on the outside. MacKinnon makes Dorofeev kind of fall. And the puck is sent in right on to the chest of Carter Hart. Avs just not getting any good looks on Vegas. That's Vegas' specialty, though, is shutting down the front of the net. So Avs are really going to have to get something to go here. .603 remaining in the second. Burns with the shot from the point. It looks like it went off of Colton as he was down. Nichushkin drops it back to Kadri. Kadri tries to get to Kulak. Burns with another shot from the point. Kadri down low. There is a Vegas player injured in front of the net. Rasmus Anderson is down. Vegas is going to get a power play there. Colton kind of punched the guy in the face, but, you know, when our guys get punched in the face, there's nothing happening. So, Vegas is going to the power play. They'll have the man advantage. Feels like Brent Burns always takes like 5 or 6 shots from the top of the line. They almost never get through. Sometimes they do. We had the deflection goal. It started it during Vegas. Yeah, Nichushkin shorthanded goal would be the freaking move right now. Love to see that. 5:44 remaining in the second. I think of everything, they should have called some sort of embellishment there, because that was the weakest little push I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think Russ Colton's very happy here. He thinks Rasmus Anderson took a bit of a dive here as they get tied up in front of the net. Colton and Anderson are fighting for position, and eventually you're going to see the right hand.
I mean, it's just tough hockey. That's all it is.
Get Anderson in the face. I mean, he gets his hands up there. Anderson's going to make sure that everybody in the arena knows that he got punched in the nose.
Yeah, Ross Colton's pissed off. I read lips that I'm not going to repeat, but here comes Vegas with the power play. Go into his bag of tricks. Nice. Vegas didn't get any shots on the first power play. Let's do it again, Colorado. Hurdle kicked out of the faceoff circle. So that means Eichel is going to have to go take it. Avs win the faceoff. Manson sends it around the boards. Deflected out of play, so the faceoff will stay in the Avs zone.
Face-off means so much here. Nelson will take the draw for Colorado, and because it's on this side of the ice, Thomas Hurdle will take it.
Here is Nelson with the faceoff against Hurdle again. Nelson wins it. Here's Manson. Manson able to send it all the way down ice. Nelson giving chase to Theodore, but they back up as Vegas starts their breakout. Theodore drops it to Eichel. Eichel skates around the boards. Almost looked like Manson almost held Eichel right there. Luckily, the referees didn't call anything. Avs got the clear. Eichel sends it to Hurdle. Hurdle to Marner in the middle of the ice. Marner makes a move. Logan O'Connor with good defense. And he gets the pass to the center to Dorofeev, and they score on the power play. 2-0 for Vegas. Just not a great turn of events for Colorado. 2-0. That's just a slot shot you can't be giving up right there. Avs are really missing the defensive help right now. That's yet another point for Mitch Marner in this postseason as well. For 57 on the clock in the second. for a period that had pretty much been dominated by the Avs the entire way through. Now it has ended up in 2 goals for Vegas. It's not a good look for the Avs. Shots have been 12 to 10 or 12 to 8 in favor of the Avs. The Avs just aren't getting anything. Avs aren't getting anything quality on net. Of their 23 shots, it feels like 6 of them have been from like shots that should have been icing. Top line really is not going right now. Here's MacKinnon with the faceoff, though, in the offensive zone. Hopefully they can get something going. Mark, I'd take my jersey off too, but I don't think y'all really want to see that. Avs flip the puck out. Hanifin passes it forward. Landeskog to Necas. Necas along the boards. Kicked out by Vegas. Avs are offside. Now they're on. And Vegas gets the puck. Tipped in by Vegas. Avs will collect behind Wedgwood. Puck is sent forward to Colton, but it bounces over his stick. Puck is against the boards. Avs keep it in. Kadri tries to do a drop pass to Burns, but just nothing's getting through on net to Hart right now. Avs aren't getting... 90% of the Avs shots feel like they've been coming from the point. Avs need to get something down low. Burns with the puck, breaks it out. Finds Colton to Nichushkin. Dumps it in deep. Vegas almost lost the puck right there. Now it's a 2-on-2 opportunity. There's Marner and Howden. Shot from the top from Marner. 3:23 left in the second. Face off in the defensive zone. There's Nelson. Nelson versus Hurdle. No one really won that face-off. Kind of ended up in the center, but Vegas ended up with it. Hurdle tries to do a spin-around shot on Nelson. Nelson blocks it. Tries to pinch it up forward, not able to get it out. Here's a Sean behind the net. Manson gets it around to Wall. Wall gets it forward to Lehkonen. Lehkonen with some trailers. Back to Lehkonen. Lehkonen tried to pass it across. Too many dang passes. I can't handle this. Take a shot. That's the closest the Avs have gotten to the net the entire game. And they won't take the shot. They go for too many passes. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of it. Lehkonen needs to shoot that puck. Parker Kelly up against the boards. Dumped in deep by Taze. Malinsky up against the boards now on the other side. Finds Taze on the outside. Shot from the top. Saved by Carter Hart. Logan O'Connor was right there. Puck is tipped out to Taze, who sends it around the boards. Drury gets it to Logan O'Connor. Out to Kelly. Out to the side is Malinsky. Malinsky with the slap shot. Blocked again. Malinsky keeps it in. Gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor takes the shot. Glove save. I don't understand how they don't call a tripping right there because Hanifin took him out. Fourth line is the only one that's been doing anything. 2:03 left in the period. Glove saved by Carter Hart. Carter Hart has been all over the place right now. He has been really good. He's seeing it really well. Avs need to find a way to solve it. MacKinnon wins the faceoff. But Vegas comes up with the puck as it looks like Landeskog got tied up. Puck is sent around. Malinsky will collect. Sends it up the boards. MacKinnon gets it out. Necas tries to get it forward. Taze brings it in, but is offsides just a bit. 1:45 left.
It's not been a very smooth game for his team. I'm starting to wonder because Bednar will make in-game switches to his lines. Actually, he's going to make one right now. Here comes Nazem Kadri to jump over the boards to take Landeskog.
Third time in the last 4 games, the Avs have trailed by multiple goals. But of those 3 games, they've won 2 of them. Carlson backed up off the faceoff. They look freaking tired. Vegas wins the faceoff. Puck deflects out. MacKinnon not able to control it. Just a lot of bouncing pucks right now, and the Avs aren't able to get a hold on any of them. Here comes Carlson, saved by Wedgwood. Carlson had an opportunity. Here comes MacKinnon the other way. MacKinnon with a shot, goes wide. MacKinnon can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. He has missed wide of the net so many times this game. Shot from the point, yet again blocked. Story of my life. Vegas player wipes out. Sent forward. Kadri gets it to Kulak. Kulak skates it in the zone. To Necas. Necas across the ice. I don't know how that missed. That looked like it was going right in. Did that go around? Did that go over the net? I couldn't tell. Manson sends it up the boards to Nichushkin. Nichushkin skates forward. Kind of gets knocked down. Penalty coming up on Vegas. So, yet again, the Avs will get a power play to end the period. Nichushkin was tripped up right there. Yeah, MacKinnon needs to go swimming again. Power play opportunity. Nichushkin was skating hard right there. Honestly, had an opportunity to still score there if the Avs could have possessed the puck a little bit. Hopefully they can get an answer to Carter Hart right here on the power play. Here's MacKinnon against Eichel. MacKinnon won it, but the tie-up, Avs are able to collect. Taze to the slot. One-timer by Necas, goes around the boards and out. Here's Kadri into the zone. Kadri drops it back, but it comes out. Not a great pass. Kadri sends it around the boards to Landeskog. Landeskog drops it back. Nate just tries to get it to the middle. Puck comes free. Puck is flipped across, and we won't get anything on net. That's the end of the period. 2-0 Vegas after 2. Not a good finish to that period. The Avs looked like they were dominating in almost every facet, but not able to get anything past Carter Hart. And Wedgwood gives up a little bit of a soft one, but also the power play goal to Dorofiev. And that goal was pretty good. You got Kadri opening it up for us, hopefully. Kadri skated well in the first period, not well this period. Avs really need a bounce back period in the third. Third periods were the best team in hockey in the third periods. They really need to show it. First line has been absolutely abysmal. Under sub 20% expected goals for through 2 periods. Just a rough period by the Avalanche there. All the shots on goal, none of the shots in the net. So shots on goal are 22-17. Avs got 12. Vegas got 10. Or 25-20. My bad. It didn't update on my phone. 25-20. Avs got 15. Vegas got 10 yet again. 3 goals in 30 seconds. I'd love to see it. Just not great. Not great defense to end that third period. Let's see what our expected numbers are. All right, right now, the expected goals for is Vegas 2.01, Colorado 2.34. Nazem Kadri, Nichushkin, and Parker Kelly all have a 0.3 of expected goals. Nelson has the highest expected goals for percentage on the ice right now. But the bottom line, or the top line, is at the very bottom of the game. They've been pretty bad. The top line needs to step it up this next period. I need to see MacKinnon and Necas skating like madmen, making nasty shots. MacKinnon was picking the ear of Wallstedt, and he can't do that to Carter Hart. I don't believe it. Looking for any more updates during the intermission. Guerrilla Sports writer Jesse Montano said the Avs seem like they're trying to pass the puck into the net, and that will not go well against a team committed to defending. They really are just passing the crap out of the puck. The Avs could have 35 shots on net if they didn't keep trying to go for an extra pass. Pavel Dorofeev has 47 goals in 95 games on the whole season. 24 of them on the power play. That's impressive. Yeah, let it fly. But here's the thing. They need to let the pucks fly, but they need to stop doing so many shots from the point. If I see Brent Burns attempt another shot from the point that's just going to get blocked from 5 feet away, I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Because I think he has about 6 or 7 shot attempts, and like one of them has gotten on net. It's annoying that he doesn't even look for a pass. He just sends it on net. Yeah, there's a lot of discourse about the penalty that was on Ross Colton that led to Vegas's second goal. Very much looked like a dive right there. That goal Wedgwood allowed was pretty bad. Just a rough go of things to end that period. Other than that, Vegas was pretty locked up. Probably going to be Kadri to open up for the Avs or Mac from the left. I think it's going to be a shot from like a one-timer from Necas, and we get a rebound, and Kadri or Landeskog is going to clean up at the front. Avs are going to need Cale Makar for game 2. He better be ready. Watching a little bit of the analysis they're doing during the intermission. It's a good opportunity, but Jack Drury just toe-picked. Yeah, and getting scored on by a career AHL player is kind of rough. Danny Coughlin was playing pretty well for a guy who's been called up to the NHL 7 different times just this season. The other thing is the Avs have kind of stopped being physical. 17 hits in that first period and only 9 of that one. And the hits were 17-9. Now it's 26-21. So Vegas is catching up. Avs were a little less physical. Vegas has 16 block shots. Avs are not getting in front of the puck enough. Ugh, 11 minutes remaining in the period, or the intermission. The pass by Mitch Marner to Dorofeev on the power play was a little bit nasty. Yeah, that was a complete flop. We do need Makar. And most of the reason we need Makar is just so we don't have Vachon on the ice. I mean it in the nicest way. He's a good defenseman, but he's a good defenseman for the Colorado Eagles, not the Avalanche. And when we're just rotating 5 defensemen, essentially what we're doing. Vachon only has like 5 or 6 minutes on the ice. Everyone else is playing 15 already. Every defenseman's going to have at least 20 minutes on the ice. And then Taze and Malinsky are going to have like 25 to 28 minutes. You're just killing our legs whenever we have to rotate through 5 defensemen instead of playing Vachon. What's the point of having him in the lineup if you're not even going to play him? The other guys are not getting any time off. They're getting gas. We've got a 41-year-old guy playing 20-plus minutes a game. The Avs mascot Bernie was he had a banner attached to him and they lifted him up into the rafters. Yeah, he should play in the NBA with that flop. That was bad. Come on, Rasmus Anderson, you're better than that. Alrighty, I am going to be right back. Make sure y'all get ready for the third period. Avs are going to have a comeback in store. I'll be right back.
For the big, small, short, tall. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Jack Daniels starts here. From cage-free water to sugar maple charcoal to smooth Tennessee whiskey. Made by those who pour everything into their craft. And that's what makes Jack, Jack.
The place you call home is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. Home is where you make all your best memories. Backyard campouts, early morning coffees. Oh, left. Your yard now. Because it's not just the home we protect, it's all the memories you make there. Nice work, you two. Come on, buddy. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate. Come on.
Wake up! We got paid to leave my home. Nice. See that nighttime? You're so back.
The Burger King value menu lets you make the rules.
Whenever I'm feeling, that's my deal.
Whopper Jr. and chicken fries again?
So, still feeling it?
Choose your $5 duo or $7 trio from 7 tasty menu items like the original chicken sandwich.
Man, I'm loving this new Dow City. Yeah.
Every time I try it, I feel like
We can do this all day.
make every day feel elegant in the all-new Hyundai Palisade home.
Okay, stay calm. Conference final. Time to lock in. Don't look at that clock.
Attention is closing. This is it.
Nate, why's my hand shaking?
There you go.
Of course I'm not. Every hit carried over torture and triumph. Lord Stanley, if you're listening,
To the Discover second intermission report.
Tune up in Vegas. In Denver, pull back to third. But first, the champion was crowned tonight. Victor of the season, Montreal is happening. And Montreal beats Ottawa in the best of 5. 4-game series to win the World Cup.
And Marie-Philippe Poulin, MVP. You talk about one of the most clutch, never mind women hockey players. Hockey player.
Montreal's winning everything this year.
Of her era and any era, you talk about a girl that gets it done. Skill, integrity, Sidney Crosby. It is insane how good she is. And
she is.
The most clutch hockey player maybe of her generation.
Our generation has the Habs beating the Hurricanes in 4 games. 4 games, yeah, Sweden. What?
I never said that. Leave short words in my mouth. Don't put anything in my mouth. Leaves, I'm good. I know what I said. So does America. They know what I said.
Leave the darts alone.
All new drinks are here. From crafted sodas to refreshers. These good drinks could be so fire. Try them all now at McDonald's.
What should I eat? Will this food spike my sugar levels? How much have I bought today? Too much, too little? Is it worth it?
Decisions. Answers. The Libre 3 Plus sensor, along with Libre Assist, helps you predict the impact of food on your glucose, so you can make in-the-moment food choices. This is progress. Try for free at freestylelibre.us.
Why are you toasting your marshmallow?
Because I like it gooey.
Okay, listen. Run a man, like it toasted. You stick the chocolate on the bread, and the toasted marshmallow on top.
Kind of famous for it.
You're famous.
Nothing makes us s'more like Hershey's chocolate.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Still in the box.
It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
Sold time, it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story.
At least SafeLight could come to you for free.
they can come to me for free.
That's right. SafeLight can come to you for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want at no additional cost. For free mobile service, go to safelight.com.
SafeLight. Hair, SafeLight replace.
On this ship, you represent His Royal Majesty, and shall dress accordingly. So, is there any way of making flippy floppies, perhaps? Think about it.
We treat our pets like we treat ourselves. You brush, they chew. They spray. Healthy routines for you.
Alrighty. Fun fact I just found out about. Avs are the #1 team at scoring in the third period. Vegas is the #1 team at giving up goals in the third period. So if there was ever a time is now. Whew. All right, it looks like we are starting back up. I'll get the scoreboard set up for everybody. Big power play coming out of the third period here. I mean, other than that penalty on that flop not being called an embellishment, I think the officials have actually done a good job so far. Alrighty. About to get things kicked off here. Oops, sorry. Nathan MacKinnon against Carlson on the faceoff. MacKinnon wins it. As we'll start the breakout with a minute 20 left on the power play. MacKinnon to Landeskog. Landeskog skates it into the zone. It's a tenacious. Puck squirts outside. Landeskog to the point to Taze. Taze out to MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates up and back. Kind of feeling the zone. Drops it to Necas. Necas and MacKinnon switch spots. Necas up top to Taze. Taze to Necas. Necas to the slot. Not able to get there. Kind of looked like it might have been played with a high stick. Kadri looked like he was hooked or high sticked right there. Here's Necas to the slot. Taze with the one-timer. Goes wide. Landeskog out in the corner. Kadri up top. Kind of handcuffs Landeskog right there. Necas goes. The puck is against the board. Squirts out. MacKinnon tries to get it, but it is poked free and sent out. Puck is sent forward to Nelson. Nelson loses it along the boards. Nelson and Necas gets the puck around to Malinsky. Malinsky to Necas. Necas skates forward, turns around. Back to Malinsky. Malinsky with the shot gets blocked. Out to the trailer. Vegas has a 2-on-1 opportunity with a shot. And Vegas scores. The rebound went off of Howden, and Howden is able to clean up at the doorstep and put it in. 3-0 Vegas. Just bad timing shot to get blocked there by Malinsky. I would have liked the Avs to try to keep that in the zone instead of trying to force that shot. Let's see if he... I think he got the stick on it before it went in. He just barely gets the stick on it. Otherwise, that wouldn't have counted. Yeah, just... I wouldn't even say it was bad defense. That was bad offense transitioning into bad defense. That was just Malinsky's loss on that whole play. Vegas wins the faceoff after the goal. Manson sends it up to Lehkonen. Lehkonen pinches it forward, not able to get much on it. Manson across to Kulak. Kulak will send it to the other side of the boards. Lehkonen right there with... looks like Nelson. Puck squirts out. Vegas sends it forward and able to get it out of the zone. Vegas is capitalizing on mistakes and Colorado is not. That's the whole difference of the game. And Colorado being with basically 5 defensemen, they're going to make mistakes. Puck is up against the boards behind Wedgwood. Logan O'Connor tries to get it out and does, but Vegas yet again maintains possession. Puck behind to Wedgwood. Sean with the puck. Out to Malinsky. Deflected in deep. Played by Carter Hart. And Vegas sends it up to the center of the ice and into the Avalanche zone. Brent Burns go to collect it. Chased by Jack Eichel. Sent up out of the zone, but not quite out of the area as Vegas sends it in deep yet again. Manson sends it to Waugh. Waugh to Kadri. Kadri to Landeskog on the other side. Tries to get it out to Waugh, but the puck is deflected by Vegas and sent out of the zone. Landeskog was kind of handcuffed there. Sends it in deep. Vegas collects and resets with the breakout. Flicked out of the zone. MacKinnon not playing good defense right there. Kind of gave up on the puck a little bit, and Carlson's able to chase him down. MacKinnon gets the poke, but Vegas still maintains possession. Puck deflects out of play. Yeah, the thing is, we've been off a week, but so have they. They finished their series the day after we did. So, I think most of what it is we were missing so many people. Like, so many people weren't skating with the team for so long that I don't feel like the lines are meshing very well right now. Avs win the faceoff in their own zone. Manson gets the puck, tries to get it to MacKinnon, but MacKinnon just lets it go through his legs. It's just miscommunication after miscommunication going on right now. Manson pushes him along the boards. Here's Howden down low to Marner. Colorado has the puck, dumps it in deep, and the top line gets off the ice. Top line has been absolutely awful. Like, I would rather have the fourth line on the ice right now. MacKinnon has been non-existent, really. Here's Lehkonen. Lehkonen goes in front to Nelson with the chip, but Carter Hart makes the play. It's just, nothing is going past Carter Hart right now. When a goalie is hot, he is hot. He has made like 50 consecutive saves or something like that. They put the graphic up dating back to the end of their last game against Anaheim. Great opportunity by Nelson. Nelson's skating as good as he has this whole postseason. "44 straight saves for Carter Hart dating back to their game 6 against Anaheim." Puck is sent all the way down. That's going to be icing on Vegas. Carter Hart had an .879 save percentage in the regular season, and now he's rocking with like a .930 in this postseason. Here's MacKinnon with the face-off against Dowd. MacKinnon loses it. Hanifin comes up with it and gets it out the zone. Good poke check by the Avs, but they just turn it right back over. Sisson sends it in deep. Malinsky to recover. Taves is hit. MacKinnon breaks it out to Malinsky. Malinsky gets around Dowd. Malinsky tries to center it to Lehkonen, but the puck bounces up on him. And the puck is sent all the way down the ice. Oh, but it was deflected off an Avs player, so they wave it off. There's only been one shot on goal by each, or 2 shots on goal by Vegas and 1 shot on goal for Colorado for this whole period, and we are 5 minutes in. 14:30 to go.
The break has been to no threat for Colorado's D in so many areas. He said they're missing him. He said the biggest issue is defending really hard in the middle of the ice. And they were telling the guys, you gotta continue to get pucks there.
Yeah, need a goal before the 10-minute mark just to even have a shot. I'd just like to see the top line put some effort in. Puck is hopping on him. It looks bad. Kadri loses the face-off. Puck has tried to flip forward, but Ross Colton plays it, and it somehow ends up in the hands of Vegas yet again. Vegas threatening. Good chance by Jack Eichel on goal right there, but puck is deflected out by the Avs. Avs have a 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Nichushkin. Nichushkin gets it out to Colton. Back to Nichushkin. Nichushkin scores! The choo-choo train from Ross Colton. The second line gets it done, or the third line gets it done. There is life. 3-1. Colorado needed this. All right, a goal has been scored. They have beaten Carter Hart. He is human again. So let's show it 2 more times. Oh, and it's between the legs by Nichushkin. What a deflection. Something to cheer for. There we go. 2 more in 30 seconds. All right, let's see it. At the 13:37. 13:37, we don't have 3 goals. I'm gonna blame you personally. Avs get the puck. There's Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly drops it to Manson. Manson tries to take a shot. Gets his stick lifted by Sissons. Push forward by Hurdle. Kulak pushes it around the boards. Logan O'Connor gets it out. Manson pokes it forward out of the zone. JC, I'm pretty mad. It's been 30 seconds. There hasn't been 2 more goals. Manson behind the net. 13:30 to go. 3-1. Avs finally broke the ice. Here's Necas. Top line needs to get fired up. And Necas gets the puck picked. And it is cleared. Taves recovers. Malinsky passes it forward. Tipped in. Landeskog trying to give chase. Tries to go around Carlson. Carlson keeps him from getting there. Necas tries to get there as well. Carlson sends it all the way down the ice. It's going to be icing. 13:02 on the clock. Now just imagine the Avs don't give up that goal to start the period. It'd be 2-1 right now. Parker Kelly coming next. Okay, I'd love that. I love that call. Put Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly has some sort of chemistry with MacKinnon. I feel like that they would be great on the same line together. Avs win the draw. Here's MacKinnon. MacKinnon skating in. Behind the net now. Spins around. Flicks it up to himself. Oh, and it was right in front of the net, but sticks just prevented the Avs from getting on it. Burns does not have a stick. MacKinnon tried to make something out of nothing there. Almost did. Puck ended up in front of the net, but Vegas just has a good net front defense. And it looks like Nelson is offsides.
ESPN, presented by Geico. It feels good to have a winning team. It feels good to Geico.
Some bloke tips in a lucky third goal, and the crowd is ready to toss their favourite hats onto the ice, never to be seen again. All these fine fans.
So they're showing a Geico commercial. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's for the Dallas Stars. I mean, I live in the Texas area, so it's a Dallas Stars Geico commercial. And I don't know if they show it anywhere else, but they're throwing hats on the ice for a hat trick for the Stars. But the funny thing is it pans to the scoreboard and the Stars are losing, and the crowd is losing their mind, treating it like they just won the game. But the Stars are losing, and they're not only are they losing, they're losing to the Chicago Blackhawks. First game of the season with a week break in Makar. I didn't see how much time was on the clock. How much is left? Let's see. 12:33. So, still time to just salvage this. We did it last game. I'd love to see a top line goal. Pardon me. All right. Face-off is at center ice. Nelson versus Dowd. Pardon me. Sorry. It's allergy season in Texas. And another misplay by Manson. Puck goes wide. Opportunity the other way. Nelson has trailers. Here's Necas. Nelson got knocked down. Nelson is back up and fine. Vegas skates it in and dumps it in. Thanks for... Jeez. It's, the pressure change has been bad. It's, I think it's supposed to rain here for the next 10 days straight. Puck sent around the boards by Eichel. Dorofeev tries to enter the slot. Puck was loose in the middle, but gets pushed out to the side. Burns knocks Dorofeev down. MacKinnon sends it into the corner. MacKinnon gloves it and skates with it. Pokes it back to Landeskog. Landeskog behind the net. Landeskog to the slot. MacKinnon goes just wide. Landeskog has the puck again. Sends it down low. Puck is sent to Malinsky. Malinsky against the wall. Tried to get it out, but Eichel gets it. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. Malinsky back checking really well. Malinsky gets it out now. Avs and Vegas both get a change. Malinsky chasing. Colton gets it to Kadri. Kadri behind the net and loses it to Hanifin. Puck is sent out. Kulak collects. Malinsky with the puck gets it forward to Colton. Colton dumps it in deep into the corner. Puck is along the boards. Waugh loses it. Oh, Avs get it back to Kulak. Kulak with a shot. Blocked in the middle. Now in the slot is Nichushkin. Or is Waugh, my bad. Waugh to the top. One-timer. Puck is underneath Hart. It looked like it was free. That's the second time the puck has squirted free and Hart has sat down on it. It was a good deflection in front by Ross Colton. Just got wedged underneath that pad. If his pad was lifted just a little bit, that would have squeaked under. .10:07 on the clock. We'd love to see the Avs get another opportunity to score right here. Nelson with the face-off against Dowd again. Nelson won it, but Necas was not able to collect. Necas is on that second line now. Turned over by Tays right there to Vegas. Vegas collects it. Burns doesn't have a stick. He kicks it out, but not able to clear. Puck is deflected out of play. Shots on goal are 30-23 for Colorado. So, Vegas has been one of the best teams in the last 20 games of the year. Vegas is 15-4-1 for the last 20 games. Those 4 have been in the regular season, so they were 15-1 right ending the regular season. Yep, Nichushkin got a goal. Deflected it between his legs. It was a beautiful pass from Ross Colton. All right, well, a little past halfway the third period. We're going to need another one in the next 5 minutes. Put Bednar in goal. Bednar versus Torts 1v1. We'll see who's better. 4:07 on the clock.
Norwegian cruise line. It's different out here.
Welcome back to Denver, where the Golden Knights have built a 3-1 lead despite missing their captain, Mark Stone.
So now the second line is Necas, Nelson, and Nichushkin, and MacKinnon, Lehkonen, and Landeskog on the top line. Avs kind of won the faceoff. They're able to get it out the zone. Logan O'Connor gets pinched right there. And Wedgwood covers.
So much of the Vegas game, whether it's
3-1. 9:35 remaining on the clock. Let's see what our 5-on-5 expected goals is for this game.
the coaching stone grows a great appreciation for him in a hurry. For being at his best in the biggest moments.
So the expected goals is Vegas 2.4, Colorado 3.1. So this really has been Carter Hart versus Wedgwood, and Carter Hart has won the battle so far. Avs need to step up and finish it, or not finish it. They need to step up and tie this up before the end of regulation. Manson not able to stop the puck. Vegas keeps it in the Avalanche zone. Here's Hurdle down low. Hurdle along the boards in the Avalanche zone. Flips it in deep. Backhanded on net. Pushed aside by Wedgwood. Here's Brandon Saad, former Avalanche player. Nick Waugh, former Vegas player. Waugh skates it forward. Has Nichushkin with him. Or not Nichushkin, Parker Kelly. Looks like Parker Kelly's on that third line now. Kind of a shot pass from Tays to the slot to Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly not able to control it. Looks like the pass came in a little hot. Skating in as Logan O'Connor to the slot. Gets it out to the side. Getting absolutely hounded by Sissons. Logan O'Connor gets it out, and it gets into the corner. Hanifin tries to push it forward. Taves keeps it in. Taves tries to take a shot, deflected, and blocked by Vegas. Vegas has so many block shots this game. It's been ridiculous. 5-on-5 expected goals is 1.9 to 2.7, so. Colorado is working this game. They're just getting out-goalied right now. Turnover by Vegas, and then a pass goes off of our own player's skate and deflects out of the zone. Brent Burns with the puck, tries to pass it across, deflected in the air. Caught by McNabb and sent out of the zone. Dorofeev sends it forward. Brent Burns slaps it forward. MacKinnon flicks it in. Kadri gives chase. Gets to it in the corner. Tries to get it to a defenseman, but there's no defenseman there. And the Avs are offsides.
Vegas goal tonight and then a second coming in support. And one of the challenges is as the game gets later and your frustrations build.
7:38 left on the clock.
Focus on him all the time. And without Makar, it's easier to check him because there's one less transporter of the puck for Colorado.
Nelson loses the faceoff. I think he won it, but Vegas came up with it. Vegas player wipes out into the boards. Avs need to take advantage of them being down a guy right now. Avs get it forward. Here comes Necas. Necas to the middle of the ice, kicks it to himself. Getting hounded by Marner. To the slot! Good shot by Malinsky. Got blocker saved by Carter Hart. Now to the outside, and Necas to Malinsky, double deflected on net, and Carter Hart somehow got a pad on it. Puck is set in deep. Here's Carlson. Sends it around the board. Nelson down deep around the boards to Kulak. Kulak tries to send it up to Necas. Gets taken away by Vegas. Kolesar not able to hold on. Dowd out-muscles Kulak. Avs turn the puck over in their own zone. Vegas had an opportunity, but loses it. It was Brandon Saad. Vegas behind the net is Kolesar. Up top, Shea Theodore with the shot from the point and saved by Wedgwood.
Scored his 9th goal in the playoffs. He's trying to get in on the forecheck. He's impeded by Malinsky and then loses his feet. You see his left leg get
Howden looks like he's in pain after he wiped out. Yeah, kind of pitchforked his knee. Avs lose the face-off. Shot goes a little wide of the net. Burns on Hurdle. Hurdle sends it around the boards. Puck goes out to Nichushkin. Manson collects. Falls down again. Josh Manson has had some serious skating issues in this game. Here comes Drury. Drury flips it in deep. And Carter Hart catches it, so we have the face-off in the Vegas zone.
Vegas Golden Knights, the underdog in this series. A win in game 1 on the road. Up 3-1 with 5:56 to go.
.556 remaining in the third. I've heard from many reporters and many other players on other teams that apparently Colorado's ice is awful. Which I don't doubt. Probably also just the way the Avalanche skate, which they skate so fast and so hard. They probably tear the ice up faster than most other teams. Just not good results. The Avs are not playing bad. I'd say the defense could be better, but they're not playing bad. The first goal was soft by Wedgwood. The second goal, I don't think he could do much about it. That was bad defense. Third goal, he made the save. He was just did the blocker save right into a guy. Just less than 6 minutes. Well, Avs are going to have to do something crazy just like they did last time. Can we have 2 heart attack games back to back? I hope not. I'd lose my mind. I'm not blaming this on Wedgwood. Sure, he maybe should have had a few more than the ones that he had. He should have had at least that first one. But, you know, stuff happens. He made the save on the third goal. Just the guy caught it and was able to get a stick on it before hitting the net. If we lose this game, that'll only be Wedgwood's second loss. There's no point in taking a goalie out over only having 2 losses in the playoffs. There's just no reason. Vegas wins the faceoff. McNabb not able to get enough to go around the boards. Landeskog recovers, but Vegas pokes it. Vegas sends it now to the outside. Avs recover. MacKinnon with a weird deflection pass to the middle. Landeskog tries to push it in, but Carter Hart covers. Looks like MacKinnon was trying to feed it to, I think, Lehkonen in the slot. Vegas able to flip the puck out of the zone. And deflected in deep. Landeskog trying to chase, but not able to get there. Puck is deflected out. Malinsky loses the puck to where Wedgwood had to make a save with a bouncing puck on net. As get the puck out, here comes MacKinnon. Skating like an animal. Goes around the net. Deflected in deep. Oh, with a shot. It looks like it went off the post. Oh. And Kulak tried to pass it to MacKinnon, but yet again, another bouncing puck that the Avs aren't able to get a full stick on. Gets it in deep to Necas. Necas not able to get it to go. Puck is swatted out of the air on a high stick. Burns tries to pass it forward, deflected by Marner. Marner sends it low and on net. Howden to chase. Carlson down deep. Kadri forward to Kulak. Kulak to Necas. Necas right at the top of the circle. Kind of a puck that got stopped right in front. Kind of slowly got on net. Necas tries to make another shot. Deflected wide. Avs really trying to make something out of nothing out of all these chances. Nelson with a good pass to Kadri, a little between the legs. Kadri skates along the outside, drops to Necas. Necas' stick absolutely explodes. Marner sends it in deep to the other side. Nelson with a hit on Smith. Vegas sends it around the board. Avs collect the puck, kind of. Giving chase is Logan O'Connor. Not able to get there. Vegas gets it out. Puck is deflected out of the zone by Burns, but Burns went for a reverse hit on Dowd. Not able to connect. Here's Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly whiffs. The Vegas fourth line has been pretty good. Puck is shot in. Parker Kelly tries to get it. There's a penalty coming up on Vegas. So there's an opportunity for something. I feel like the Avs at this point should pull the goalie, make it 6-on-4. High sticking penalty on Shea Theodore. There's an opportunity. I think Colorado, if they win the face-off... Oh, they've got 6 guys on. They're going to pull the goalie already. I was thinking they win the face-off, then pull the goalie. But I guess they'll pull it now and just send a defenseman back if they lose it. Only advantage Vegas has in this situation is that they can just send it down ice at will, since it's a power play, so that if they just shoot it and try to get it on net, missing it will not be an icing. Here's MacKinnon with the face-off against Eichel. Theodore in the box. Here's MacKinnon. Avs lose the face-off. Sent deep by Vegas. It goes wide. Taves collects the puck. Drops it to Necas. We might see all of these Avs players on the ice for the next 3 minutes. Here's Necas. Necas drops it back to Kadri. Kadri tries to spin around. Toe picks against the boards. Able to get it out. Taves has the puck. Down to Kadri. Kadri to Landeskog in the middle. Gets bumped. And Vegas clears. Here comes MacKinnon. MacKinnon skates to the middle. Comes through, tries to take a shot, misses. Makes a good move in the middle. Approaches in the middle. Landeskog scores! 2:20 on the clock. Landeskog on the power play. Good feed from MacKinnon to find Landeskog on the doorstep. This one is not over. 3-2. .220 on the clock. That's still 2 full minutes of goalie pulled with the Avs have an opportunity. Finds Landeskog on the far side. Beautiful pass. Just gets it under Anderson's stick. It actually deflects off of Anderson's stick. I think if Anderson doesn't get a piece of that, it doesn't go over Carter Hart's leg. So, thank you, Rasmus Anderson, for the poke. 2:21 on the clock. Avs need to control the puck one more time, pull the goalie, and get their opportunity going. Avs have the puck. Puck is shot around the edge. Poke forward, kept in. Puck is deflected and sent out of the zone. That's going to be icing. Avs can pull the goalie right here. 2:02 on the clock. Anderson didn't have the assist. He had the goal. So goalie is pulled. We have 6 Avs players on the ice. Nelson against Carlson. Nelson loses the faceoff. McNabb has the puck, sends it down the ice. Abel stopped by Taves, hounded by Marner. Taves gets it out. Carlson gets the puck. Avs recover, get it back to Taves. Sweeping around the net is Taves. Taves starts the breakout. Drops it to Necas. Necas sends it around the boards. No one's there to collect. Vegas gets the puck out. Avs need a better entrance opportunity than just throwing it in. Well, Necas tries it again. Theodore collects, sends it around to McNabb. Avs are able to stop it, keep it in. Poked out to the top. Avs have control. Taves up top, down to MacKinnon. MacKinnon on the side. 2 people on him now. They're not going to make the same mistake that Minnesota did. MacKinnon to the middle. Deflected out to the side. Kept in by Taves. Taves to MacKinnon. MacKinnon with a shot. It deflected off of the mask of Carter Hart, and he falls on it yet again. It was a great pass, or great shot on goal. It deflected in front. Almost had it, was Nathan MacKinnon. I think the Avs should use their timeout right here. 1 minute left, 59.3 seconds. Timeout taken by Colorado. Avs really need this face-off here. Yeah, 59 seconds is a lot of time, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it can feel like an hour if you're on defense. 59 seconds. Here comes the Avs. Top line got some rest. So, on the ice, we have Nelson, Landeskog, Necas, Kadri, Taves, and MacKinnon. So, 5 forwards, 1 defenseman. Nelson against Dowd. So, they got their fourth line center, who's been their best faceoff guy tonight. 8 for 14. Nelson, 6 for 13. With the faceoff. Vegas wins it. They get it down deep. Send it around. Good pressure on the backside. Able to get it to MacKinnon. Vegas has a guy down. Gets a shot on net. The puck squirts out. And Eichel's going to send it down ice. And it misses to the side. A fortunate bounce. But Vegas gets to the puck first. Is Dowd. I don't understand how the Avs did not chase that puck down the ice any better than that. Dowd got there first. Able to bury the empty net. That will be 4-2 for Vegas. Carter Hart really just did this, won this whole game for him. I think Taves is just gassed. Taves has been on the ice for like the last 2.5 minutes. Colorado had every opportunity to tie the game. Colorado every opportunity not to let 3 goals in. But defensive collapse and giving up a ton of mistake pucks has just been really rough for Colorado in this game. Puck is sent around. Nichushkin. Goalie is probably pulled yet again. Malinsky with the one-timer up top is blocked. Burns with the one-timer on the side. Stopped underneath the pad. 20 seconds left on the clock. Vegas got outplayed in almost every facet of the game other than actually scoring. We sure did beat ourselves, and that's the story of the Colorado Avalanche. Is when we lose, we don't get beat. We give it up. We got him right where we want him. 2-goal leads, the worst lead in hockey. 20 seconds left. And the Avs, it was at the faceoffs in the offensive zone were pitiful tonight. And the puck is going to come out. Vegas, that was pretty classy by Vegas right there. Not sending the puck on net for another empty net goal. Just left it 4-2, let the clock run out. So that is going to be the final. Avs are down for the first time this postseason. Down for the first time. Down, but not out. Vegas was down, has been down a couple times, and they've won their series. So, they were down, what was it? Were they down 2-0 to, I mean, game 1 is game 1. And yes, it sucks that Vegas took it from us on our home ice. But also, Avs have every opportunity to get back in this. We might have Cale Makar back for the next game. I feel like the guys we had on the ice tonight played well enough to win. It just didn't turn out that way due to the mistakes, the slip-ups, the opportunities they gave up. 4-2 is not a bad result from that game. Just not... It could have been so much worse. Could have worried... Oh, I was a little worried about how our defense was going to look with just the 5 guys rotating. You can't fire a coach after losing the conference finals. It's not going to happen. This is the furthest we've been since 2022, and the team is getting better. You can't. The reason you can't fire Jared Bednar is because right now the Avs are going to keep almost every single player on the roster right now is going to still be there next season, except for like 2 people. The Avs still have the bones for a good organization that is going to last. I know everyone's getting a little bit older, and some guys may lose a bit of their speed, but we've still got Cale Makar, Nathan MacKinnon, Necas, Nelson, Landeskog, Kadri, Nichushkin. We've still got all of them for time to go. So even if this series doesn't end up the right way, there's like absolutely no shot that the Avs fire Jared Bednar. Yeah, it's a loss. And how are the Avalanche after a loss? Avalanche are pretty good after a loss, if you ask me. But expected goals in all situations is 4.69 to 4.06 for Vegas. Most of that is due to the empty net goal, but the fact that the Avs had an expected goals for of 4 with a goalie in there the whole time is pretty impressive. Ross Colton had the highest expected goals for. That second line was looking really good today. Second, third line looked pretty good. Fourth line looked pretty solid. First line was awful. Other than that goal that was from MacKinnon to Landeskog, the first line looked horrendous. The bottom in expected goals for was Sean, Necas, Malinsky, Landeskog, and MacKinnon. MacKinnon being in that bottom 5 for expected goals for is pretty rough. So top line just needs to play better. That's the story of the game. Hats off to Vegas. Vegas goalied us, and they played well enough to win. Just like I said, Avalanche, when we played LA, we would win games 2-1. We won the first 2 games 2-1. We put up 2 goals against Vegas, hard-working defensive team, but Vegas gets 4 because Vegas can push back more than LA did. Avs are going to have to push back twice as hard as they did in the last 2 rounds because Vegas has a very strong defense. All that they are set on doing is breaking up passes passes to the slot and protecting the front of the net. And the Avalanche just decided that they want to pass the puck 400 times before taking a shot. The Avs had 9 players higher in expected goals. They had the top 9 players in expected goals for on the ice. And then Saad and Hertl were below them. So that's a third line and second line player. But the Avs had the 9 top expected goal for players, and they didn't get any from any of them. The only one out of them that got a goal was Nichushkin at 70%. Kulak was at 82.5%. Lehkonen was at 81. Manson was at 81. Colton was at 77. Kadri was at 75. O'Connor at 70. Kelly at 70. Nichushkin at 69. Drury at 66. So the Avs had opportunities. They just were not able to capitalize. A lot of shots are right into the center of Carter Hart. They need to start picking corners a little better than they have been. Taking better shots, thinking a little more. That the block shot on the power play from Sam Malinsky, that's just a bad timing decision there. Not going to be a Debbie Downer. Avs will come back. I personally never said Avs in 4. I know some people were feeling Avs in 4. I personally said Avs in 6. I wasn't expecting to drop game 1, but you know, sometimes you got to face a little adversity to figure out how to wake up. So next game is Friday at 7 o'clock. Or 7 o'clock Central. Sorry, I'm used to my time zone. 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Wherever you are, you can find it listed online. The next stream will be on time for the next game. Avs need a bounce back game. Looking to solve Carter Hart for once. The Avs need to figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.